what you're seeing here is an incomplete Master Sprint trial progression thing. Turns out, not only do you need to beat the game to get the last vault, but you need to beat the game to get the last time trial sprint, which involves having to get their last vault. Oof. Yeah. However, before we do the little introduction, tell us what we're doing, Bentley.
Okay, partner, this is it. A trip to Clockwork's lair.
Yeah, it is finally time to do the finale. Greetings, everyone. It is me, Gigalem, and welcome back to Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last part, we cleared the 4th episode, and in this part, well, I spent a good time off-screen recording the Master Thief trials, all except for one. You know the one that's missing. I'll give you a hint. Owl dialect. Anywho, wanna know, like, if you're wondering... Okay, let me get things in order first. What you're not seeing is the time I spent between recording parts. You want to know what I was busy with? There you go. That's your answer. Gotta make sure future me splices Sonic racing footage over that question. Anyway, let's finally begin the finale. There are no clue balls to be found, no Master Thief trials, and no treasure keys. It is a full-on gauntlet. I'll let Sly Cooper do the explaining.
We were on our way to the Krakarov Volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwork. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
This last mission is a difficulty spike. For a good reason.
The road to Clockwork's fortress is blocked. Do me a favor and shoot out that lock for me, would you, pal?
This will suck. Especially this first mission. I've heard people not like the way this particular chapter plays out. Or episode, rather. Have to remember they're called episodes. That's what Sly 2 calls it. Basically, what you're dealing with here is a full bout of minigame-like levels. Returning gimmicks, new gimmicks that are only used for this particular level. And let's just say this first level is like, if this first level doesn't eat up your lives, the last level does. So whenever you see, yeah, already off to a good start, aren't we? Basically, you have to start with shooting mines, then shooting falcons, and those falcons can be a pain to deal with because of the way they fly. Their flight pattern is not exactly what you call easy to track. So it's basically just hope you shoot them down before they run into you. And you want to make sure that you can move your reticle in time to them. I recommend using your D-pad for this. This is one of the few PlayStation 2 games that still uses D-pad for movement. And if you're using D-pad for movement, well, I'd say I hope you can get used to it, because there are some games that are better off with analog stick for movement. This is one of those games where, like, in certain sections, the D-pad is probably your best bet. Sorry if I'm talking over the character dialogue, and I really hate the hitboxes of this game. I was dealing with terrible hitboxes earlier in the day. No joke. I actually got the remaining ones finally done. I was like, I need to take a break from Crossworlds. I need to actually get this Let's Play done, so that way I can just worry about everything else. Don't be surprised if this ends up being the very last Let's Play I do on this current PC, because at the time of me making this video, I'm probably in the process of... There's a reason why I grabbed so many lives. At the time the PC case and a few of the parts arrived, it's just that now I'm in the process of trying to get the rest. Because we got a few things we need to get, and on top of that, I need to figure out a few things if I plan to stay on Windows 10, even after support has dropped. So, yeah. You saw they were right underneath the van. So, yeah. Put it simply, the one thing... Okay. Oh, sure. I'm recording. That means I have to die. Yeah. So if I'm cutting around here and there, now you know why. This is going to be the point where you're going to game over a lot. I will not be surprised if you game over a lot here. And let's just say, once I'm done with this Let's Play, I am so glad to be done with time trial related things until Let's Play number 24. Gosh. Like seriously, I'm still doing time trials for Crossworlds, and my gosh, I don't like it when a game wants you to get a certain rank, but they don't tell you what time you need for that rank. Ugh. Just tell me up front so I can make my life easier. You used to do that with Sonic Generations. Anyway. Also, hitboxes. Yeah, if you die quite a few times, I just noticed the horseshoe on the Lucky Charm on Sly's back. If you die a few times, you will get a pity Lucky Charm. Remember when I say the first game is the most like Crash Bandicoot? There's one of your reasons. Like, when I played through the PS3 version, I think I remember getting this on, like, I think my second try. I am so mad that that wasn't the first time I got this. Now, personally, I wish there would have been a feature for the PS2 re-releases that, like, that the developers would find a way to basically use the emulator to patch in official 16:9 while still being the PS2 version. Because I know that supposedly some devs that worked on PCSX2 worked at Sony now. I could be wrong, so take it with a grain of salt. I really don't like dealing with these Falcons, because the moment they get that aura, okay, good.
Hurry! That cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
That's the first level done.
We've got to get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
Would have been easy to get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then, Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray, remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Okay, first of all, you're gonna want to make this quick save. Second of all, be quick on these. These guys suck. The mooks of this volcano are sentient lava slugs that will be more of a nuisance if anything. And you want to know what's another thing? When I was playing the PS3 version, I ended up getting this on my first go, while keeping a lead. Like, sure, there are 119 of these things, but let's just, but it's just like, actually, whatever. like, the reason why I don't like, these particular mooks are the worst, because not only are they not only are they a serious nuisance because they somehow get these things faster than you do, but they can just sneak up on you and all that. And we're not even at the penultimate mission of this particular game here. We are in the final chapter, the final episode, the final everything. This particular world can all be done in one episode. And everything else that I can talk about also can be done after I'm done with the final boss. Now remember, if in case you don't want to lose a life, you can always hit restart level. Just make sure you beeline it whenever you see a computer and such. And now, because I'm recording, guess what? I can't seem to do this. I hate that the best run I had was one that I didn't record. Like, I wish I could have great runs while I'm recording instead of just having great runs, but it's just for practice and they never ended up getting recorded. Or I encountered something great, but guess what? The very console that I'm playing on does not have features that future consoles would have, such as being able to save moments and being able to share them with your friends later because you caught those moments. Because much as I love having access to a PS3 now, the problem is when something great happens and you didn't record it. Guess what? You don't get to share it. You can only talk about it. Because something funny happened to me the last time I was playing Sly 2 on the Vita. So during the second episode, the part where you have to get those get those like gems off the elephants. When I was flung off by an elephant, it was on the exact frame where I actually got the gem. So I was being flung off at an accelerated speed while the animation for Sly getting the gem played. I was sent so far away from the palace when that finished. Like Sly just got sent to the stratosphere. Ugh. Problem is, I don't really have any good advice when it comes to this area because it's all about like your surroundings and trying to find these things as fast as possible. No, you don't. Where are they? No, no, no! Oh! Oh!
Security doors. Just past them is the control room to Clockwork's Death Ray Tower. I think it's time for some Cooper cleaning and sabotage. Don't you think, Sly?
Oh, you saw how close that was. Not my best performance, but I'm glad I got it done.
Careful, Sly. Those tiles are booby-trapped. You better get out of there.
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwork's probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
I didn't record that part. I didn't record the audio for that part. Can I go back furthest enough? Good. Okay. So, guess who forgot to hit the unmute button? What you're seeing now is actually my second run through of this area. Good thing PlayStation Rewind exists. And the problem was that I actually got this on my first try. I've died many times getting past this section. Anywho, let's explain what happens if you try to do this the slight to common way. You try to go invisible, you won't be seen by searchlights. However, Clockwork accounted for that. So let's rewind and do this the way the game wants you to. Yep, it's another one of these type of coils where you, as soon as you jump on, you want to jump off immediately. And look at that jump. Yeah, this is basically the only level in this particular world that plays like a normal level. It's got everything. Searchlights that will kill you with acute combustion. It's got master dartboards. It's got barrels. And it's got regular platforming. Camera. Swear, the camera gets stuck behind the wall. It stays like that, and unless you're able to turn it around. And this particular part, hey, I can't believe I forgot to record that. And don't worry if you get caught by that. Of course, the moment I unmute myself, guess what? Everything I do is suddenly impossible. I've been needing to get back to this to get this properly complete. And even then, I'm not done with the recording process of this game. Oh no. Future me has a whole bunch of Master Thief trials to record. And even then, I have to record one more. Why? Because I have to beat Cold Heart of Hate to unlock it. That should have detected me. So yeah. So yeah, this game, like I said, is pretty short. It was definitely going to be shorter than Ratchet & Clank. And I'm going to say this right now, I've not played Jak and Daxter, so I can't say Jak and Daxter will be coming after this, because I need to actually play it enough to see if I can comfortably let's play it, see if I enjoy it enough for that. Damn acute combustion. Ay. Oh, you got this one right. Well, what? Your blue Yeti mic decided to decided to press the mute button twice? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how am I going to put that into the blooper reel for 2027. Ugh. Because, of course, the moment I start actually trying to... The moment I try to do this and talk, guess what? I start to suck. Why can't I talk and do good at the same time? Seriously. Why can't I have that? Gosh. I was not moving. It's that one searchlight right there. That's the one that's the hardest to dodge. Looks like I might be able to show off that one Easter egg after all. Good job, me. If you're wondering why I had 16 lives, it was because of the successful. It was because of episode 1. Remember, if you want to gather a ton of lives for this particular episode specifically, go back to Tide of Terror and just go enter and exit levels and gather the 2 1-ups that are guaranteed to respawn in that area. There are 4 that you can technically gather, but it will take much longer to gather those 4 than it would to take to gather those 2. If you want to come in with a full set of Lucky Charms, there is a Lucky Charm that's guaranteed to spawn in one of the windows. But unfortunately, you won't be able to carry those Lucky Charms into the Master Thief trials. Gosh, I really hate this. Okay. Forward. Final freaking Lee. So guess what? We got to Carmelita, but given that I played this game, I know it's a trap.
Sly Cooper. I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
Cheese! Guess what? It's time for the first and only time you play as Bentley in this game. First thing first, make a save so that way you can redo this. So if you remember playing through, if you remember the crab shooting minigame, that's this. And Bentley's hacking programs is something that would become a series norm. So much so that Sanzaru even made a spin-off of these games known as Bentley's Hack Pack. Something I'll probably take a look at when we get to Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Now, again, I know people have some opinions about Thieves in Time. Oh yeah, you actually do have a few hits here, so... Oh yeah, those are... Was that a... Okay. But I've yet to play it myself. I'm sure it'll be a fine game, but I know the game is reviled by fans because of its story. Like I'll play it myself and such. Like, I'll probably enjoy it as... dang it. Need to not get so complacent. I only have, like, I want to say 2 hits left. I want to say... Oh, yeah, don't even touch the walls of the arena. Even those 2... oh, okay. Never mind. Just be careful around the fragments before Bentley gets... before Bentley is promptly taken out of the servers. Ugh. The 2000s era with making tech look super cool. Like, at least in fiction. Gosh. As far as I'm aware, you cannot disable this. You cannot you cannot delete this enemy. Unfortunately,
I'm the best. No code can stand before me.
we have now freed Sly Cooper and Carmelita.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
Now, of course, through speedrunning glitches, which people have figured out how to do over time, you can completely skip the Bentley segment and this level if you somehow get to this particular part. However, this next part...
I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwork and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last. Huh, wait. I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwork nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I hate to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Okay, this minigame. This is the hardest of the shooting gallery. Of course, if you want to make your life easier, make a quick save. Turn to the game. So why is this the hardest? Well, simply put, these guys. They take more than one hit to dispatch them properly, and they can sneak up on you. Sly is completely defenseless. He does not have his cane, so you need to make sure that you are mashing the shoot button to basically protect Sly from being turned into lava and ash. However, that's not the only thing Sly has to deal with. He has to deal with these falcons too. Remember, if they're not taken care of promptly, they will destroy you. Ugh, God. Yeah, gosh. Like, take care of these magma slugs first, and make sure Sly is not in. Like, make sure your crosshair is never turned red, because that will mean you're targeting Sly. But now, oh my God, that was literally my first try.
Job, Raccoon.
That was literally my first try. Now.
There's Carmelita's jetpack right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
Now for the final gauntlet. Think of this as one big Master Thief sprint. We're making a quick save. For good reason. Book it. Remember, double jump and press circle over those electric gates. That will basically give you more time. Because you'll have enough time to make it past those particular electric gates whenever you do so. Sometimes I've had my circle button inputs drop like that. Now, there are 2 areas in the toolsets at speedrun that doesn't completely skip the entire area outright. This is the second area. You want to guess the first? Because it will not be hard to guess why that first area isn't, like, completely skipped. Like, sometimes I have to slam the circle button. So this is a grind rail, actually. So remember the trick of... remember the trick of constantly jumping and hitting the circle button over and over again. It will help you. This particular area... I've game overed on the Vita version so many times because of this area. And more so because of those particular coils. I've had so many instances of the game dropping a circle button input because of it. I'm trying not to use the rewind feature to basically constantly readjust. We are now at the final part. Death Ray Destruction. Let's face off with Clockwork.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly, behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I will finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps they create!
Alright, now I'm going to say this right now, there's a bit of weight to this particular thing, to this jetpack, so whenever Carmelita hits Clockwork, make sure you prioritize that spot or die trying. Now another thing about Clockwork though, we're going to make a quick save. If you die in any of his phases, you will have to do the entire boss fight all over again. Be absolutely careful of the hazards he poses. Because the second phase is probably going to be one where you're going to die a lot, or I'm expecting you to die a lot in simply because of the weight of this particular jetpack. This particular jetpack, like Carmelita's jetpack right here, is a bit on the heavy side when it comes to adjusting, altitude. Damn it! Ah! Remember, Sly only has 1 HP.
My skills are superior.
Basically, when he fires his projectiles, just get out of the way. Then, go for the weak point. Prioritize that weak point. Do so until this first phase is out of the picture. Ugh, dang it. And that's phase 1 down.
So familiar with my family, you must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. Then the Cooper line will be erased and the only Mr. Thief will be Clockwork.
Welcome to a game of dodging. Basically, make sure that your altitude is sound, and make sure you don't do that. Let's try that again before I have to do the entire phase. Phase is over. Remember that down is up and up is down, and remember to prioritize the weak points whenever you can. Basically, the problem with facing Clockwork is a game of dodging and such. And while you will have no problem going left or right, you will have an issue trying to go up and down, because up and down has a bit of what you call weight. Like, remember when I say this thing is a bit on the heavy side? It's because of just how heavy trying to go up or down is. Moving to the left or right should not be an issue here, but moving up and down is an issue. Now it's time for the final phase. It's a platforming challenge.
Only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto...
I am.
He's also counting down. Be aware of that. Now, I have not seen what happens should you let that countdown finish. But I'm not about to find out. Ugh. Gosh, this is stressful. Imagine doing this on the Vita version where you cannot... Now be careful when you attack this thing, because it will knock you away. Wail on it!
Me. Clockwork.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Mz.Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwork's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
However, we are not done here yet. I'm going to save the credits and final thoughts for later. I'm also going to have to basically splice in future me's recording of Duel by the Dragons and such for the Master Thief speedrun episode. So if you've seen that part of it, now you know why. You're welcome past me. Anywho, I will see you after the credits when we get our last page and the Platinum Trophy for the PlayStation 4 version of the game. All trophies for the PlayStation, for the PS4 and 5 release are the same. So, if you purchase the PlayStation 5 version, you will have access to downloading the PS4 version via selecting versions. Think of it as a way of letting you platinum the game twice. Now, whatever differences there are between the two versions, I'm not entirely sure. It's all dependent on how well the emulation handles the PlayStation 2. But we're not exactly done with this Let's Play just yet. We got one more thing to do, and I will see you for that. So, back in a moment. I can't skip this, by the way, so bear with me here.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us!
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。このデータファイルがあれば、父ちゃんの仇が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃だ。よく父ちゃんの膝の上で遊んでたっけ。俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの秘伝書だ。その洗練を極めた忍びの技だが、そこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たる者、名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ、善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの仇を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
What you saw right there was the Japanese version's intro to the game. Now, I'm gonna save for the bonus episode, which I think will be the Thievius Raccoonus speedruns thing, where I'll basically lead into all the other bonus content I can talk about. Be aware that I will not be able to talk about the prototypes, as I have no access to playing those prototypes, and I don't want to hold up this Let's Play and hold up the next year just like Crash 3. Believe me, I'm still bitter about how long that took. So, now that we're back after going through some unskippable stuff, we have to go all the way back to China to gather that last page. So I will see you then when I acquired that final page of the Thievius Raccoonus. We can now translate owl dialect, and let's just savor this right now. Bentley, you tell him.
Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
And that is... wait for it. Platinum.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
Yep, we now have Zawardo. We'll show that in the bonus episode.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
And that was our 20th Let's Play. Sly Cooper is now complete. I am so glad I finally decided to pick this game back up after leaving it off for a few months. I've been on and off with Sly Cooper. I've dabbled in Sly 1 and Sly 2. And I've only recently dabbled with Sly 3 just to unlock a minigame for the Sly PS3 collection. Yeah, I'll get to that when we'll get to that. This was a very fun Let's Play for me to do. I kind of planned this and did this on a whim, and even at this point in time, the 19th Let's Play hasn't gone up, nor has any of the side order failed attempts for Dualies and Hackless have gone up. But hopefully they'll be up by the time you see this. Sly Cooper was a fun time. It's a much more simpler game compared to its sequels, and it's done a lot faster. Like, it's a lot shorter, and it's done much faster than its sequels combined and such. Easily the shortest of the 4 games, not counting spin-offs. And I'll be getting back to Sly Cooper. Sly 2 Band of Thieves soon enough. I am still going through the PS3 and Vita versions to catch up, but personally, I want to thank you for joining. We'll get to the credits or bonus credits after the fact.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
Yeah. We'll get to some of the bonus credits after the fact, but of course, thank you for joining me for our 20th Let's Play. I'm going to take a bit of a break from recording stuff because by the time all these videos that I've finally got around to rendering goes up, I'm going to be upgrading to a new PC soon. Hopefully by the time you see that, we'll be seeing 1080 Let's Plays starting as soon as the 21st Let's Play. I don't know what I have decided for my 21st Let's Play, but I'm going to need some time to think about what I want to do next. Anyways, I shall see you with the Master Thief Sprint Run, and with whatever comes next. So, if you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below. Any amount helps. If you want to follow this, follow future series, it's just a click of the subscribe button and the bell and you'll be on your way. But you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and I shall finally bid you adieu.